Well, I'm at the cemetery where there are headstones honoring the lives of a lot of people. In fact, over my shoulder is Pam's parents' headstone. We've been working on it today and planting flowers. And it's interesting because just last night we recorded a podcast called Imagine Heaven about a guy that wrote about near-death experiences. And I want to talk to you about it in your morning cup of inspiration. It was fascinating to hear him share story after story of people who were declared clinically dead, and yet they had this experience that they said was more real than life itself. They all talked about being in the presence of this authoritative figure of light and then knowing that it was Jesus. Now, some people had a bad experience. They described hearing terrible screeching voices and seeing horrible creatures. And that's why I believe that heaven and hell are very real. Not because of those experiences, but because the Bible tells us so. But as I was listening to people that described the wonderful music in heaven and that it was beyond anything we could imagine on earth, and the colors, that there were so many more colors, and that our eyesight, they could see close up or far away as far as they wanted. And I thought, wow, it really is beyond anything we can imagine. And it makes me excited that we're going to be there for eternity because we know the Lord. And we read in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9, and I thought about this verse a lot as he was talking. It says, "No eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has conceived what God has prepared for them who love him." And then over in John 14, 1 through 3, we read, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. Trust also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, I would have told you. I am going there to prepare a place for you." He's preparing a place for us in heaven, which is beyond anything we can imagine. Make sure you're ready to go. Make sure you've asked the Lord to forgive you of your sins and ask him into your heart. I hope that inspires you. I'll talk to you soon for another morning cup of inspiration.